Someone recently asked me to do a video on the difference between kicking and power stretching. So I just want to do a little demonstration here to show the difference. Just that the power stretching is better and it's going to get better results and it don't damage your carpet and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just set my wall, and I'll show you the kicking here in just a second. Okay, so we got that wall set right there. Now, just as if we was just doing it normally, we're going to go ahead and stretch this way. Only this time first, I'm going to do it with the kicker. And I'll point out a couple things. We're working up to a track here, so I'll cut some of this down. Means we are kicking this. I am going to get a little rough with it, and I like to do that step, step, step. That way I'm not kicking so hard all in one spot, and it's a little easier on the carpet. Do that just to get the tension out. Now that I've got it pulled a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and kick it now. Okay, so that's on there pretty good. That was a pretty decent kicks there. You can see it's pretty snug. You can look right here at the tension on it. It's pretty good. Okay, now that that's got tension on it, before I pull it up and show you some stuff, I'm going to go ahead and stretch with the power stretcher, and that way you can see the difference. And I'm not going to get crazy. I'm going to do it just like I normally would with the power stretchers. That's with the kicker. That's about all I feel comfortable with. I don't want to kick any harder because you're going to tear the carpet if you do. So now with the power stretchers, look, watch this. Come right here. Watch this. Just look, my hand, come back at the view right here. Just barely putting any pressure. Come right here. Barely putting any pressure on the stretchers. You can see it puckering up right there, which means I'm pulling, look, one finger. See that? I'm pushing up a wrinkle with one finger. And I kicked it as hard as I'm comfortable with kicking, so I didn't rip it. And I'm getting that much more of a stretch to where it's already causing a pucker just with one finger on the stretchers. So I'm going to stretch it just like I normally would. See that? Look how much right there. So I got my cut right there all the way to that corner where I'm starting. Look at all that extra that I got just from one push with the stretchers. Watch this. Because that stretch was so much greater than I had on the kicker, it's already pushed this up off the strip. So look at that. Much greater than a kicker. And I'm not even bowing up. I mean, look. much greater. Okay, now also, I want to do one more demonstration there. I want to show you something right here. Let's see here. Let me come right here and get a couple more kicks, and then I want to show you something. Okay. Ouch. Okay, and watch this. You see where I kick, 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 and kick. Okay, I'm going to pull this up and I want to show you. Okay, look here. You can see on the back in here. It's perfect. See that? Can you see these damage marks right here? Right here? Right here? That's everywhere. You can see it's the perfect size of my kicker. Boom, 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 boom. Now the tack strip is right here. You can see the tack strip marks here, so that's not where the tack strip was. That's exactly where my kicker was. So, right there. Teeth marks from the kicker. If you can see, look at there. It's even started to pull just a little fibers through. Just a little fibers through. Stretch that way out of whack there. The fibers are starting to come through there. They're there. And like I said, I was just kicking good enough to get it as tight as I thought it should be, which you can't do that with the kicker anyway. You got to have a power stretcher to get it as tight as it needs to be. So not only does kicking not get it near as tight as it should be, look at the damage that it's doing to the carpet. You know, you can't see a single mark anywhere from my stretchers. I'll show you right over there when I go the other way. I'll stretch it and then I'll pull it up and I'll show you there's not a single mark on it nowhere. It'll be just like it comes from the factory when I use the power stretcher. So give me just a second on that. I'll stretch this over, tie that wall down, and then I'll show you a part that hasn't been kicked.
Can you turn it off now?
Nope. Keep it on right there. That may look a little bit long right there, but that track is raised up, so I wanted it a little long so it would go underneath that lid. What I'm doing right there, I'm just walking that carpet down on the tack strip so it gets a good hold on it. They come right here so you can see how much the carpet moves as they stretch here. And I'm not getting all gung-ho crazy on this, I'm just doing it as I would normally stretch the carpet. Okay, watch right here. Watch the line. See that? That's just an average stretch. I'm not getting gung-ho or anything for the video. Get a few stretches here, and then I'll pull it up and show you. Okay. Alright, so I got 3 stretches here. I got about, I don't know, 3 foot or so stretched. I'm going to pull it up and show you the backing of the carpet. Okay, look right here. This right here is where it was on the tack strip. You can see where it was creased. Right out in here. There's not a single bit of damage. Absolutely none. And I'll explain that to you, why it's not. So right here with this kicker, what is this? Maybe 4 inches wide right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of teeth, and it's 4 inches wide. So when you take that kicker and kick it up, that's all that pressure in just one little bitty square. Versus the stretchers, you know, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rows of teeth. And look at the difference in width of that. So you're distributing all that pressure into however wide that is, 13 inches or something like that, versus 4 inches. So that's going to do a lot less damage. Actually, it's not going to do any damage to your carpet at all. So that's the reason why I prefer stretchers over kicker. Plus the kicker is just going to break your body down a lot. It's not any damage at all on your knees doing that. You don't hurt your knees a bit cranking that stretcher. So I will always use a stretcher. Even if I got a closet, say a 7x8 closet or something like that, if it's even that big, I will break the stretchers out and put a stretcher in there rather than kick it in. Just because it's not so hard on my body, it's a lot easier. Plus I'm not going to take the chance on ripping the carpet or damaging the back using the kicker. So that's the differences between a kicker and a power stretcher.